My name is James Williamson. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Alright, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about acting. Alright, and in the light of the sexual harassment explosion that's been happening and things in Hollywood, I'm an independent filmmaker. I live in Charlottesville, Virginia. My career has not taken off in 17 years. I have been busting my ass to try to open doors, and they have not been happening. You know, So I'm gonna put this out here one more time. There's a lot of independent filmmakers right smack dead here in Charlottesville, and I want to call y'all out. What is the problem? Why is it that we all can't, hook up somewhere and start a company where we can make the films we want to make independently, get a studio together, because there is a studio in Virginia. I'm not at odds or happy with the studio because 17 years ago when they opened up, they could have gave me a job and my problems would have been solved. So let me first give you a list of my problems. One, I don't have revenue to pay actors. That's the main problem right there. Two, I don't have a whole lot of locations to film, which is why I always film in the Monticello Trail or Carter's Mountain Trail, whatever the hell you want to call it, or the Monticello Greenbelt. Ravenna Greenbelt. I film around parks here in Charlottesville because I don't have money for travel. I don't have revenue to put people in hotels to go film in places like in my second hometown of Smithfield, Virginia. You know, so the most thing that I just don't have revenue. I have cameras. I'm ready to go. I have scripts. I'm ready to go. I don't have a studio. I don't have money to run a studio. I don't have money to make a payroll. So my main problem is that I just don't have monetary funds to pay people to work. And here's the thing. Like I said, there's a studio in Virginia that's not really making movies, that's not really doing anything. They're distributing films, and they're all about certain genres. Alright? I'm not going to insult the studio anymore. I'm going to move on past that. Because had they been into kung fu movies, my problems would have been solved because I have over 1,000 scripts of kung fu films for people who are multicultural. You do a little gender switch here and there, you got a story. You do a little ethnic switch here and there, you have a story. I don't have to be in all of them, but I specifically wrote them characters specifically for me. Now, in spite the fact that I went to the army and had to have a hip replacement, and the doctors have forbidden me from doing kung fu or exercise outside of push-ups, walking, and farting, you know, I have the means to do this. I don't have the monetary to pay actors. I don't have a whole crew to work and is willing to work and put in that sacrifice and that time. And I don't have a studio to film and edit in. Now, those three things right there, I'm good to go if I get them. Especially the monetary, because actors want to get paid because we all have to eat. Now, the studio that I mentioned gave us the promise of Hollywood East. You can Google that. That's a Hollywood dream that never happened. Now let's talk about SAG. I've read the prices and the going rates for SAG. I can't afford SAG. It's higher than a car payment for your annual dues. If you're not a working actor, you can't afford SAG. So shame on you, SAG, for $250 a month or $250 a year or $250 that I don't have to throw to you because my stomach rumbles. I don't have a real roof over my head. This is not my house. How can I pay you SAG dues if I don't have money to get out of my mama's house? I'm not making money in my independent films. YouTube, as much as I love it, I don't have 1 million followers. I don't have 1 million hits on any of my videos. I'm lucky if I have one hit on my videos, and I have 25 great followers. Hopefully you're still there. I haven't had time to actually check. I've only had time to post videos and move forward because I've been busy. Trying to get a real job has not been easy because of my hip and me not being a people person. I love being in front of the camera. It's like the greatest feeling ever. I only really feel alive when I'm in front of the camera. Now, for you who aren't into acting or who don't know shit about being in front of a camera, it's not a feeling that I can describe for you. It's only a feeling of adulation that I can describe for me. Now, if you watch my other Kung Fu Havoc channel, number 1, you see most of my Kung Fu stuff on there. I've done everything I could to put my stuff up on here. Epic failing at every turn. But the thing is, I love being in front of the camera. I don't want to be a newsman. I don't want to go to school for journalism. That's going to take forever. And the thing with making films, the thing with making movies, you have to want to do this. You have to want to be in this business for life, or at least long enough that you can get established, where people will come to you and be like, "Yeah, could you do this?" And you'll be like, "Hell yeah," you know. And I'm one of these actors. I'm not really trying to turn any roles away. So let me lay it down for you. What I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. In a nutshell, am I willing to be nude? It depends on the film. It also depends on that money you're paying me, because I'm about to expose my nakedness, including that big nasty scar on my hip, to the freaking world. So, would I do nude modeling? Yeah. It's all about that dough if you want me nude. You know, I'm not gonna lie about it. I need money, so yeah, I'm more than willing to do nude stuff. However, I'm not willing to do nudes with dudes. Alright? So let's get that established real quick. I'm not going to play a gay role that involves my ass being humped. Alright? That is not an option. Am I willing to kiss another dude? Not so much, but you know, mouthwash and things work out. You know, hey, I'm more than willing to do that. I'm not really willing to play a gay person because I'm not gay. You know, I don't think I could pull it off. Then again, you never know. But as long as I'm not like insulting gay people or being like flamboyantly gay, you know, because there are some gay people who are exceptionally flamboyantly gay. I don't want to play that gay guy, you know, because that gay guy's, hey, no. I can be a down low gay dude, but I can't be one of the flamboyant gay dudes. As far as the rule of gay nudity, not happening. You know, simple as that. Now let's talk about sex scenes and shit like that with chicks. I'm really not down with that because I don't have DC. So if that's part of the deal, me and the young lady in which I'm doing a scene with would have to have a long talk about her comfortability. You know, if she's comfortable with me and my little issue, then that's fine. If she's not comfortable with me and my little issue, then it's not fine. So therefore, I don't want to put a woman in a situation where there's not a control setting. Also, if there's going to be a new scene, I don't want anyone in there outside of the director and the goddamn cameraman and the actress that I'm with. Alright? That's pretty much where that ends right there. As far as everything else, you know, play a superhero, do all kinds of other shit. Oh yeah, I'm down with that. Play a supervillain, yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with working, period. Because I've been at this for 17 years. What the hell was that? I'm down here for, I don't, it's nothing on my phone. I'm down here, I've been here working, busting my ass for 17 years, and I have gotten only one door open. And by the time we got ready to start filming this independent film, the two guys running the shop had a fight, production stopped, no film. So that, you know, that was the thing. So I will say this: you have to be able to handle rejection. I've been handling no for 17 years. Every talent thing that I've gone through, every little hootenanny and stuff, that phone camera, the lens was getting on my nerves, flashing on the wall. You know, everything and anything that I have done to get into this business has been an epic fail. It has been an epic fail.
I don't know Shakespeare.
But I can change my voice on a dime. So I can speak very highly.
I can speak very low.
I can speak normal. It just depends on why I have not been discovered. So here we are in Virginia. There's a studio in Virginia with the Promise of Hollywood East, which basically gave every actor who wants to be an actor here in Virginia the Hollywood finger. Again, I'm done talking about that studio. Moving on. Now I have YouTube. I have not put up, I guess, enough stupid shit for people to even take a glance at me outside of my faithful 25 followers that I have, and I thank you all for that. But the thing is, you know, 25 followers is great because it beats no followers, but, you know, I need more. I've posted some important things up here, you know, politically. I've posted some things up here that would probably be considered career suicide. But it can't be career suicide if you don't have a career. All right, so let's get that out the way. I've said shit on here that I shouldn't say it. A lot of y'all probably follow Trump, and I don't like Trump, and I've posted up evidence that he is not very fond of Native Americans because they don't look like Native Americans to him. Okay, so what do you think of me, Mr. Trump? I'm part Cherokee. I don't have the war paint. I don't have exceptionally straight hair. I got a little bit of scruff on my face that needs to be shaven off. It won't happen today. It'll probably happen tonight when I get home. And I don't wear feathers because I am not the chief. A lot of people don't understand the whole thing behind the feather headdress. Most of the most important Native Americans wear the feather headdress. Everyone else gets 1, 2, maybe 6. It just depends on the tribe and how things go from there. So, depending on what you've been taught and depending on what you've learned from tribal stuff and not on TV, because Native Americans have been depicted wrongly on TV for the last 60 years or better. So, you can't always go with TV. Most of the time, Native Americans are depicted as the bad guys. And then when you read your history book and you find out, oh, well, that song, "This Land Was Your Land, This Land Was My Land," clearly didn't apply to them because of the fact that this land was their land and we squandered it. And when I say we, I mean my black ancestors that were slaves and my white ancestors that were slave owners, which probably kidnapped, scalped, and raped some women. That's why I'm part Cherokee and not all Cherokee. Now, I will say this because my dad's mother's mother was full-blood Cherokee from the Powhite Reservation. Her name was Ada Wallace. She married a Ford. My grandmother, Bay Clara Ford, married a Williams. Here we go. See? So knowing that part on my father's side, and then on my mother's side, we have no known record of my grandmother's actual history. We do know that she is of Cherokee Indian descent. We have little known records of my grandfather's history. We know that he was mixed. He was black and white. Although, like my mother, premium blend, he could pass as a white man too. Alright? And if you ask my uncles and them, they would tell you that their daddy wasn't like the greatest man in the world. But let's be honest, when you're parenting, you kind of, it's a step-by-step process. You don't want to parent like your parent you because you're scared that they did it wrong, and then you wind up wondering maybe they did it right, and you're just an idiot. And most people are. Because this is how parenting works, alright? 1. Parents try to do the best they can. But if they're not disciplining you, they're fucking up. Because then they're setting you up for a whole bunch of epic fails that you're not going to learn that if you break somebody's window and don't pay for it, that your ass can go to jail. You take somebody's bike that doesn't belong to you, your ass can go to jail. And if they're not beating your ass or grounding you or taking away your technology, then they're doing it wrong. Alright? Because consequences come with bad actions. And if they're not teaching you that, then they probably shouldn't have had children in the first place. And speaking of which, if you can't give your child 5 minutes of your time, then you don't deserve to have a child. Alright? Now, as far as acting, I'm busting my ass. I'd be happy if someone picks me up and just gives me like Geico commercial jobs or Doritos jobs, any kind of paying gig. I'm more than willing to go. I watched a movie called Funhouse Massacre. It's like 2 years old. I would be happy with low budget filming. I'm not trying to be a megastar. I'm just trying to be working. So I'm going to close out with that. If you're an agent and you're looking at this channel, or if you 25 followers know agents that are looking for someone who's multicultural, who's more than willing to play any role, maybe not so much on the gay aspect, but any other role, Now, will I dress up like Madea? Hell yeah. So Tyler Perry, if you're listening, I can be young Madea. I'm down with wearing a skirt. It won't be the first time. I don't think I really want to do it, but hey, if that money's right, I'll put on those tights. Anyway, I would much rather have a superhero show, but I'll take what I can get. Starting anywhere other than just here, So, in that, in closing, acting, it has to be your life. You have to want it. You have to need it. You have to eat it, sleep it, taste it. You have to love this business. And more importantly, you have to be able to handle the words, no. So, closing right there. You have to be able to handle the words, no. I'm James Williams Sr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing.